Hello friends, welcome to Ansys-Tutor. In this video, we are going to analyze natural convection and diffusion in between two walls of a 2D rectangular geometry. It is a 2D rectangular geometry. The top wall is at a temperature of 350 Kelvin and the bottom wall is at a temperature of 400 Kelvin. We need to find out the natural convection and heat transfer and diffusion effect in this geometry. So let's start. Drag the fluid flow fluent into the project schematic window. Right click on geometry. Select the analysis type as 2D. Right click on geometry and select new design modeler geometry. Now go to unit setting, change it to millimeter. Select the XY plane, click on the Z axis to make the sketch normal to the screen. Go to sketching toolbox and draw a rectangle. Now put the dimensions. The rectangle I have chosen is 200 millimeter length and 20 mm in width. Click on generate. Now go to concept menu, select surface from sketches, select the sketch, click on apply. Now we are going to convert this sketch into 2D surface, then click on generate. This is our 2D surface with the required geometry for this analysis. Now close this geometry and proceed for meshing. This is the meshing workbench. Right click on the mesh, click on insert. Insert the sizing. Select the selection tool. Select the two sides of this rectangular channel. Put the number of divisions to 50. Now go to insert, select the face meshing. Now generate the mesh. There are still some irregular cells. So we are going to turn on the adaptive sizing now. Now go to sizing and turn on the adaptive sizing option. Increase the resolution up to 7. Right click and click on generate mesh. Now here there is a better distribution of the cells. Now we are going to put the name tags to the various surface. Select the bottom wall, name it as bottom wall. Select the top edge and name it as top wall. Hold Ctrl key and select the two sides and name it as side wall. Now check the named selections. Now right click on the mesh and click on update. Now the meshing will be linked with the Fluent solver. Now close the meshing and open the Fluent workbench window. Select the double precision model, click on start. Now enable the gravity option. Put the acceleration due to gravity in the negative y direction, that is minus 9.81. Now go to models, turn on the energy equation. Keep the default viscous turbulent model, SST K omega. Now go to materials, select the air, click on change create. Change the density from constant to incompressible ideal gas. By making the density of air to incompressible ideal gas, it will vary with respect to temperature. Now go to cell zone condition and check if air has been assigned as working with fluid or not. Click on apply, then close. Now go to boundary conditions. Select the bottom wall. Click on edit. Go to thermal tab. Select the temperature. Put the temperature as 400 Kelvin for the bottom wall. Click on apply, then close. Now select the top wall. The thermal boundary conditions. Select the temperature and put the temperature as 350 Kelvin. Click on apply, then close. Now select the side wall and keep it as adiabatic wall. For this, the thermal tab, keep the heat flux as 0. Click on apply, then close. Now go to methods. Select the green gas cell based method. Now go to monitors. Select residuals. Decrease the residuals up to 10 to the power minus 6 for all the equations, so that there would be a better accuracy of the results. Now go to initialization. Select the hybrid initialization and click on initialize. Click on initialize. Now go to run calculation. Enter the number of iteration as 500. Then click on calculate. The iteration process would take some time. Calculation is complete. Now close this Fluent and proceed for CFD post-processing. Go to insert menu and insert a new contour. Select the variable as velocity. Select the location as the symmetry 1. Increase the number of contours and click on apply. We can see there is a variation of velocity and there are multiple loops formed, and this is due to the movement of hot and cold air from the bottom and top surfaces, and this is due to the diffusions. Now we are going to see the temperature variation. Now let's observe a surface streamline. Insert a velocity vector to observe the flow directions inside this domain. Now insert a line. Line should be at the middle of this rectangular domain. Put the starting point and ending point of this line. Now insert a chart. Put the line as the location. In the x axis, put the x direction, and in the y axis, put the temperature. This is temperature variations at the middle. If we are increasing the number of samples, temperature at 100 points along this line. This is the temperature variation. Similarly, you can find velocity variation. With this, let's conclude this demonstration. Keep learning and keep exploring. Thank you.